It's Leykis 101, the ongoing on-air adult education course that teaches men how to get more tail for less money. More importantly, we teach women how men think. I am your professor. This is my classroom. Class is in session. This is where we teach the tenets of Leykis 101. I get very animated and excited when I'm about to be in front of a crowd talking about Leykis 101. I love to remind you of the basic tenets of Leykis 101, and when I see you boys tomorrow all standing in front of me, I want you to remember these rules. Quite simply, we are jerks, we are a-holes, we are proud. These are not insults. They are compliments. When someone calls you an a-hole, you say, thank you. Leykis 101 students know the purpose of going on a date, the only purpose of going on a date, is to get laid. It's not to make friends. It is not to have political conversations. It is not to taste coffee at Starbucks. It is to get laid. Not here for reports on her pets. We do not go out so we can find new clubs to go to. We have no interest in that. We're not interested in after-hours dance clubs. We don't care. We're going out to get laid. Anything else is just a distraction. Forget about it. Leykis 101 students don't spend more than $40 on a date. Zero is optimum. We believe in the 3 strikes you're out rule. If a woman does not put out in 3 dates, kick her to the curb. Dump that bitch. We don't have chicks to our apartments. We go to their apartments, their homes, their back seats of their cars if we have to. We want control over when we arrive and when we leave. We don't want chicks staying over, and we don't want them waking up with us in the morning saying,
"You never do anything with me. How come we never do anything together?"
We don't do anything together, sweetheart, because I'm just here to get your ass. That's it. Don't want you to meet my mommy. I don't want to have brunch. I don't want to meet your friends. I just want some strange. That's why. Don't put yourself in a position to have to answer this question. Please. You go to her place. When you're done, there's no spooning, no hugging, no caressing. There is absolutely no snuggling or cuddling. Forget it. You towel off Big Jim and the twins, you put your pants on, you get the hell out of there so you get home in time to see Sports Center. That's it. No exceptions to the rule. You do not let her bring any stuff over to your house. There's no tampons under the sink. There's no pantyhose in the shower. There's no pierced earrings sitting in your ashtray or something. You just don't allow that to happen. Chicks love marking their territory. Don't let them do it. You don't want to meet her friends, her family. You don't want to meet her close relatives, her distant relatives. You do not want to go to Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner. You don't want to be there for the 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day. You don't want to be there on any holidays. No family reunions. You don't want to go to any weddings with chicks. Forget about all that stuff, okay? You don't have to do that stuff to get laid, boys. Stop being a pussy. Don't do it. You only want to see her when it's dark outside, when there's booze around. You do not want to see her in the light of day. Hell, if you saw her in the light of day, you'd see all her physical imperfections. You wouldn't be able to sleep with her anymore anyway. Better to keep her around at night. Dark places. Like her apartment. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, for reference, here's an old school movie. Go down to Blockbuster or wherever and pick up a copy of Looking for Mr. Goodbar, starring Diane Keaton. Now there is a movie about a chick who by day is an elementary school teacher and never spends much time at home because at night she's looking to get laid. And her apartment's a mess and her sink is full of dishes and there's roaches all over the place. She just wants to get laid. That's the kind of chicks you're looking for. I just can't believe these chicks who say things like, "I'd love you to meet my parents." Forget it.
let's go walking our dogs together.
Forget it. No. None of that stuff. Booze in, genitalia out. That's what you're out to do. Stop making it more complicated than it has to be, for Christ's sake. If she answers the cell phone while you're out with her at a restaurant or a bar, that's the guy she's hooking up with after she tells you she has to go to work tomorrow, so she has to leave early. If she picks up that phone, you leave. By the way, what country was that where the guy got arrested, Gary? Did you hear about that? There's some guy, I swear it was like Bulgaria. There was a guy who was going out to dinner with chicks and having them order these expensive meals, and he was ordering expensive bottles of wine, and when he was done eating and drinking, he would excuse himself and say he had to go to the bathroom, and then he would leave. And he was arrested. Now, here's the thing. Why is it assumed that he would be paying? I say last one sitting at the table is responsible. I mean, I don't understand how you can arrest the guy. Maybe she was taking him out to dinner, for Christ's sake. Come on. She answers that phone while you're having dinner with her. You get up, you say, I'll be right back, and then you do not come right back. You go home. Let the guy who's going to nail her tonight pick her up in his car, pay the bill. He might as well pay and take her home. Why should you take her home? Get that. And I say this not because I've been a victim of this. I must say, women who've heard me say this on the radio would never dare try it on me. No. The reason I know this is because I've been the caller. There you are, sitting there at Poindexter. You finally got the hottest chick in the office to go out to dinner with you. And you're sitting there munching down with your pocket protector and your geeky glasses and everything. And suddenly her cell phone rings and she reaches into her Fendi purse, pulls out her designer cell phone, and it's me on the other end going, hey, how you doing? And her end of the conversation is like, oh, hi. Yeah, so what's going on? Am I going to see you later? Well, I'll tell you what. I'm here having dinner with a friend of mine. Can I call you back? I'm like, sure. And literally, I'm telling you right now, 5 minutes later, I get that call. It sounds like it's Murray the K on the radio 50 years ago. With that heavy reverb in the background. She's calling from the bathroom. Hey, Tom. I couldn't talk. I was out with that guy from the IT department. God, what a geek he is. Yeah, I'll hook up with you about 10 o'clock. I've been that guy. I'm telling you, if you know any chicks who know me, trust me, if that cell phone rang during dinner, chances are it could have been me. Many of you have paid for dinner so that I could get the benefit down the line. Poindexters of America, you know who you are. God damn, I know so many of you. It is amazing how you can call a chick during dinner and she has no loyalty. You know, the way I see it, if you're buying dinner, you're buying exclusivity. If that phone rings and she picks it up, it's either the babysitter or it's the guy she's hooking up with after she tells you, good night, it's late, good night. You ever get that little peck on the cheek? Good night. And that patronizing little pat on the back as she puts her arms around you. Good night. It's been a long day, and I have to work tomorrow, and, well, I'm really sorry, but, yeah, we should do this again sometime. Good night. And I swear to you, I'm sitting down the block, parked under a tree, waiting for me to go home, Poindexter, so I can pull into her driveway, which is where you should have been. Tell you what. So, it's Leykis 101. I am your professor. I am here to teach you how to avoid serious commitments, avoid relationships, avoid marriage, avoid unwanted pregnancies, avoid listening to chicks drone on about crap you don't care about for hour after hour after hour, spending your money, eating your food, drinking your booze, and then coming up with various excuses, like why we can't go home now. I know it's 1:30, but I know this after-hours place. We can go dancing. You ever get that one? Here in Seattle, you know the one. I'm hungry. Why do I go to the 13 coins? By the way, you step into the 13 coins. By the way, I should have gone to the 13 coins instead of the 5-point. What was I thinking? But nonetheless, you step into the 13, because I didn't want anybody thinking that I wasn't getting laid. That's why. Because you step into the 13 coins tonight about 2:30 a.m. I swear. Just do this as an experiment. Go there tonight. Tonight about 2:30. And when you see those guys going trudging through their pan-fried oysters with some chick droning on and on, she's doing that little filibuster. She's, instead of going directly home, she does the ultimate buzzkill. Let's go eat some really greasy food. And then, what do you think the odds, once her face is all full of grease, what do you think the odds are she's going to even kiss you, much less have sex with you? Just not going to happen. After the 13 coins, she's going to go, oh, my God, look at it, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. And then you're screwed. Never take her out to dinner, by the way, after you've been out drinking. Never. Never. She wants to eat, drop her off at the restaurant because you're not getting laid anyway. You might as well just say, here, let me drop you off right in front of 13 coins right over here in Boren. I'll just drop you right off. That's it. Great seeing you. Good night. Gone. Now put you right at the front door. You just take a cab back to your car when you're done. Good night. Play the games they play. Play them first, for Christ's sake. All right. If you've got questions for your professor about how to avoid serious commitment, avoid relationships, avoid marriage, avoid wasting money, wasting time, talking to broads about crap you don't care about, I'm your man.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
Almost all women are pathetic, if you ask me. I love your show because, you school these women on everything. You put these bitches in their place.
They need it.
They do.
It's Leykis 101 on the Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show, Leykis 101 from Seattle. I'm your professor. 1-800-5800-TOM. Let's say hello to Tanya. Tanya, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, how are you doing today, Tom?
I'm okay.
Well, good. I have a problem. My boyfriend won't leave my house. We've been together for a year. Our sex life sucks. We don't have one anymore. I treat him like a dog. And I've told him to move out a couple times. And when I tell him, he just comes home and he's like, I really want to stay with you. I love you so much. And
do you own the house?
Yeah.
All right. What you need to do is to, honestly, you're not married to him.
Right.
I would change the locks.
Just put his stuff out and change the locks?
Well, you give him warning that this is his last chance. He's got 72 hours or 1 week or whatever to get his crap together. And that you are going to do this. You let him know you're going to do it.
That I'm serious.
He won't take you seriously, and he won't do it, and then that's when you're going to move into action.
Right, because it's been, every time I tell him that I want him to leave, he comes home and it's like we just ignore that it ever happened or whatever.
Right, well, you're going to give him a big wake-up call.
Well, yeah, he needs it, because he comes home from work and sits on the couch, there's no relationships, there's no anything.
Yeah. Well, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Lock him out.
All right.
Give him notice and then lock him out.
Right on. Well, you're great, because I want to be back in the field again.
Yeah, you should be at our big party tomorrow. What are you doing?
Are you guys in Seattle?
We're in Seattle, and we have a lister party tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Well, I want to come. I'll bring my girlfriend.
Are you hot?
Well, yeah.
You are? What do you look like?
Well, I'm 5'9". I have brown hair, blue eyes. I'm about 38 feet. And I wear a size 9 pants, and I'm very hot.
Hot. Okay. Well, if you hang on, Dino will take your information.
Okay.
We will check for sure if you're hot. If you're hot, we will get you in.
All right.
Hang on there, Tanya. Wow. 1-800-5800-TOM. is our telephone number. David on Leykis 101 with your professor. Hello.
Hey, Tom. Thanks for having me on the show.
Sure.
I just wanted to make sure I was clear and everyone else was clear. Like, say you go to dinner with this girl and you sit down. Right when you sit down, she gets a phone call. You go to the menu and you order a lobster and everything you want to eat first, right? Then you bail, right?
Well, you can. You could certainly do that.
Isn't that the best way to do it?
Well, to me, the best way to do it is to make your statement by leaving while she's on the phone. But if you want to hit her up for a free lobster or something, yeah, go for it.
All right. Can you take me out Jack Steffen style?
Who? Jack Steffen style?
Yeah, it's a fart, a splash, and a toilet flush.
All right, here you go. In case you didn't guess, Jack Steffen is a plumber who advertises heavily on TV and radio in Southern California. Nobody here in Seattle knows who Jack Steffen is or just about anywhere else. In fact, I had to ask who he was. I've forgotten. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. He's not the one who promises to send a plumber that smells good, is he? No, that's the other guy. All right. It's Frank on Leykis 101 with your professor. Hello.
Daddy.
Sonny.
Hey. I'm a Mexican. I came in '88 to the United States, went to English school, adult school. I married my English teacher.
You married your English teacher?
Right. 10 years later, she comes up with this answer when I ask for sex. You know what? I don't need sex to leave. So I said, fine. Within a week, I was out of the home. I left everything. I just took my uniforms from my work. 3 months later, hooked up with a 21-year-old. Been with her since.
And did your former teacher ask you to stay or beg you not to go or anything?
Oh, yeah. She was telling all my family that that I would come back and that if I came back, things were going to change. Now, let me tell you some of the story. I was a pussy, Tom. I would iron for this girl. I would cook for this girl. I lost myself into this relationship. I didn't know who the hell I was. And I'm a full-blown Mexican.
Uh-huh.
So it took 10 years for me to realize, you know what, I better take my balls out of her purse and move on.
Hey, you got one thing out of the relationship. Your English is great.
Well, thanks. I still think I have a little accent, but it's all right. I can get by. Now, with this 21-year-old that I'm with, she cooks for me. She babies me. She goes to the gym half day. Every single day she calls me, what do you want to eat? I come home, she takes off my shoes, massages my feet. What do you need? I don't do crap. I don't do anything but to go to work, bring the money, so she can cook, so she can, be there for me.
I love that. I think it's great.
Her job. Mm-hmm. That is her job, Tom. I'm a graduated student, and thanks to you, I started listening to you about 3-4 years ago, and I didn't know, I didn't know there was another way.
I am so proud of you, Frank.
And guys out there, get your stuff together, leave. It's going to be expensive, but leave. Find yourself again.
You know why it costs so much to leave, don't you?
It's costing me a lot, but you know what?
Do you know why? You know what? Yeah, well, see, that's it. The reason it costs so much to leave is because it's worth it.
It is. It is completely worth it. As I said, I'm with a 21-year-old. Not everybody's going to find a 21-year-old. It helps that I'm a musician. I know I know where to hook up. But, lose a couple of pounds, change your wardrobe, go to happening places, pick up on a few tips, and you'll be happening again. Don't be afraid. I mean, if you have a job, you'll get by.
Frank, I am very proud of you for what you pulled off. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for the call.
Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
I was just wondering how you feel about women that are total gold diggers.
Oh, I avoid them like the plague.
The Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles, it's the Tom Leykis Show. At 1-800-5800-TOM, it's Leykis 101. And by the way, if you have not heard yet, go to blowmeuptom.com and get details about Boys Night Out. I have created, over a 4-year period, I've created a show that will be for guys. No women invited at all. It's for guys. And you're going to hear comedians talking to guys like you've never heard it before, because these comedians normally have to perform in front of couples. You know, it's date night at the comedy club, and either the comedians have to wimp out, or even worse, they don't wimp out and the guy gets in trouble.
You think that's funny? You think that's funny?
This is something different from anything you've ever seen before. It's Boys Night Out. It's Friday, June 17th at the Wiltern Theater in Los Angeles. It's Friday, June 17th at 8 p.m., Wiltern Theater in Los Angeles. The tickets are on sale now, and I understand sales were brisk today. So call the Wiltern box office, 213-388-1400. 213-388-1400. You can go to Ticketmaster.com, or you can call Ticketmaster at 213-381-2000. That's 213-381-2000 for the world premiere of Boys Night Out. It's all guys talking to an audience of all guys. Leave your girlfriend at home. Leave your wife at home. Leave your sister at home. Do not bring them with you. Let them stay home and fold your shirts, okay? They can stay home and, do a little ironing, a little cleaning, maybe make dinner for when you get home, whenever you get home. No doubt about it. Boys Night Out at the Wiltern Theater, June 17th at 8 p.m. You can go to blowmeuptom.com and get all the details, and we will see you at the Wiltern on Friday, June 17th. That is if you're a guy. Chicks, please, stay home. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Don on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, what's going on, buddy?
Doing okay, Don?
Okay, dog, how you doing?
You just asked me that, and I answered it already.
Great. Well, I'm glad I got the answer. What's happening here?
I don't know. You called me.
Well, here's the situation, bud. I moved out to New York I moved out from New York to L.A. about a year ago. Graduated from college before that and had a girlfriend. Still had the girlfriend when I moved out, and I dumped her, obviously, 3 weeks, after I got here. Thing is, she's from upstate New York, and she's got nothing going on up there. She hasn't. We've been kind of keeping in contact, and, through all the boo-hoo and all the nonsense, I know it's my fault for even, continuing to talk to her, but she got in her head that if she ever came out here, everything would be good again. And guess what? She's on her way. She's bringing her friend. I stayed strong. I'm like, there's no way we're living together. No way you can come out here and live with me. I'm not ready for that. She's like, all right, well, guess what? Here I come. I'm bringing my friend. And I know. I mean, that's not what bothers me the most. The thing that bothers me the most is that I know when she comes out here, she's going to expect me to be with her again. And I'm very...
But you're not going to be.
I'm not going to be, but how do I make it as simple as possible without the mess and the
she's making it a mess.
Yeah, well, of course.
You are just simply not going to take her calls. You are not going to answer the door. You're not going to let her stay with you and crash on your couch for a couple of days. Yeah, she will not be inside your home.
Yeah, it's easier said than done, Tom.
No, it isn't. It's very easy to do. She's not your girlfriend. You're only 23. You've come to a new city. You're having a lot of fun compared to where you were before.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah. I think something, a part of it...
What makes this so hard for you?
Well, here's one. I mean, I had a whole lot of fun in college before her, obviously, and I come out to L.A., and I got limited amount of money, and it's really hard to find a female here that isn't, unless I'm dirty, lying right to her face and telling her I'm a producer or some nonsense like that, it's going to give me the time of day.
What's wrong with that? Tell her you're a producer.
Yeah, it works, but, like, I guess I'm used to the typical college nonsense where it's like a couple beers and a smile and I'm in. And out here,
Yeah, but in New York, look what you're getting. Big mouth, one Fran Drescher after another, except not as attractive.
Yeah.
That's what you're getting.
Well, they're not that bad. I mean, I guess maybe I have lower standards, but I thought I did well enough. But
you had lower standards when you were there.
Well,
now you've seen what hot chicks look like.
Yeah, they're out of here. I'll give you that. That's definitely true.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, I don't know. I guess.
So you see, now the truth is coming out. You're not sure you don't want her to come stay with you.
No, I don't want her. That is the truth.
Well, then it's easy. Do not let her in your home.
Yeah, it's gonna be some headbutting. I just gotta get ready.
There's not gonna be a headbutting because she's not gonna get near your head. You're not gonna see her.
She'll seek me out though.
She can't seek you out. Does she know where you live?
Yeah.
Does she have a key to your apartment?
Absolutely not.
She's not going to see. You're not going to have butt heads with you because she is not going to get into your apartment.
Oh man. I guess I don't know. She's determined, man. She's moving out here. It's pretty ridiculous. I mean,
she's going to have to find herself a place to live.
Oh yeah, she's in the process.
But you sound like you're going to puss out.
No, sir. No.
Well, then it's not. Stop telling me how hard it is.
Yeah, well, I guess the advice I'm calling for is how to get over the nonsense of...
I'm telling you what to do. Don't let her in. Don't take her calls.
All right, then, Tom.
Why do you take her calls?
Boredom in life, but you're right.
Boredom. There we go. Yeah. You see, you need to find something else to do with your time. Because that's how you got into that relationship in the first place, boredom.
Yeah, I think it's more boredom on the lack of girls here. I'm as busy as I come. But
there's no lack of girls in Southern California. You have lack of game.
You're very true. And maybe I get some more advice on you on that.
Well, that's what Leykis 101 is all about.
I'm listening every day. I'm trying.
I mean, you understand hot chicks want to be with a guy who has potential, at the very least. What do you do for a living?
I go to grad school and work part-time. I'm young.
What are you studying?
I study production.
You're studying film production?
TV.
TV production. Okay. All right. So, you're a TV producer. That's what you're going to be.
Yeah. That's the line every night, Tom. Don't worry.
And it works, right?
No. I guess I just don't have...
It doesn't work?
It does to a point, but then I don't know. I guess I get sick and tired of all this catty, giggly, bubbly girls around here.
Oh, stop it. That's exactly what you want. You're being such a pussy. You want girls to discuss world politics with? You want girls to discuss their opinions about the new pope? I mean, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for a girl that's not going to discuss a goddamn thing.
You wanted to shut up.
Yes, please.
So stop worrying about chicks being bubbly and happy and hot.
No, I'm not worried about...
Oh, you want a more substantial girl.
No.
Like one of those East Coast bitches we're always talking about.
No.
You're so used to those big mouth bitches from back east. And you're like missing it.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, I kind of like the attitudes from the New York girls. Out here, it's just, it's a big mask.
You know what, though? You have to change the way you think. I don't want attitude from a broad. I want sex.
Yes.
I don't want attitude. If I want attitude, I'll watch Comedy Central. I don't need attitude from a broad. Why do you need a broad to have attitude?
I don't.
Here's what I need her to have. Crotchless panties. Forget attitude.
I guess another question I would have, how do I go out? Because I'm not having luck here in L.A., and I know...
No, pal, again, I can already tell. You probably are having luck, and you're going, oh, my God, these chicks are just too hot, and they're too stupid, and they're too bimbo. They're bimbos. They're just bimbo. You have that attitude.
Yeah, I throw myself out on the line.
Well, get over it. Your dream date is the centerfold of Playboy, and Southern California has a centerfold at every corner.
Very true. There goes one.
Or someone who could be a centerfold. And you've lucked in like a pig in slop, and here you are calling me and telling me you miss those chicks with big noses and attitude. Stop it.
Do you think I should start laying out a couple fat ones first and try and ease my way back into it?
Yeah, always lay out some fat ones. Are you kidding me?
Well, I guess you're right. I never went about that mentality, but,
That is the mentality. You want to get laid. You want to get laid with hot broads. Stop being one of these East Coast guys like, well, I want my girl to be like Sarah Jessica Parker in Sex and the City. Somebody who's erudite, somebody with attitudes and opinions and this and that. I want broads to shut up. I'm somebody who thinks broads have too goddamn much attitude. They're too freaking sassy, and I'm sick of it.
I agree with you.
You got to get in that headspace, pal.
I got to get my game face on, Tom.
Do you know how lucky you are to be in Southern California with all the hot pieces of ass that surround you?
I definitely understand how lucky I am.
Do you know? By the way, let me tell you something, Don. I grew up in New York City.
Okay.
I have no interest in those broads with the smart-ass attitudes at all. I want you to shut... I'll give you something to put in your mouth to shut you up. Just shut up. And you have to stop wishing for chicks who are like, stand-up comedians or sarcastic and sassy. Who cares?
Yeah, I got to start low and just work my way up, I guess, Tom.
Yeah, it's not a matter of working your way up. It's a matter of changing the way you think. You want chicks who look hot. You're only 23. Stop wishing you were back in New York with the smart-ass chicks with the junk in the trunk.
Very true. Very true.
You are in the home of Baywatch. You are in the home of the Playboy Mansion. Now act like it.
Very true. All right, Tom. Thanks for the advice. Take me out of the...
All right. By the way, instead of riding the D train, you want to ride a D cup now, okay?
All right, brother.
All right. Here's your bong hit, pal.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-866.
You're a booty call for a bunch of guys.
But that's the way I want it.
So you like Domino's Pizza. You're very convenient. You're there in 30 minutes or less. And you're delivered hot and fresh. You go over for a little sausage, and then you go home.
The Tom Leykis Show.
It's Leykis 101. I am your professor. It's Tony on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Thank you, Tony.
What's up, man?
Not much?
Dad.
Yes, son.
I need some help, man.
Yeah.
I'm going through a phase right now with me and my lady of 6 years. And I don't know what to do, man. This last year has just been terrible, dude.
Why?
She has 2 kids. Her
Strike one.
Strike one, right? She's 33. I'm 31. But,
Older than you. Strike 2. Go ahead.
Strike 2, huh?
Yep.
But I don't know what to do, man. I mean, but our love's just there, you know what I'm saying? I just don't know. That's why I'm trying to turn to you. What could I do, man?
But, wait a minute. There's something else you told Dean that you're not telling me, and I'm running out of time, so we got to cut to the chase here.
Oh, man. Okay, tell me, what's up?
Did you tell Dean that her boyfriend is in prison?
Yeah.
Huh. You kind of left off the most important thing. Strike 3. You're out! So what are you doing with a chick who has a boyfriend in prison?
She's not. It's not what you think it is, though, man. She's a good woman, though, man. She takes care of herself and everything, She has a...
She was with a guy who's in prison!
The Tom Leykis Show.